Hello and welcome everyone to the week ahead commodity report, where we of course will be reviewing the markets for the week ahead. So what a difference a quarter makes. The new year began with a bout of optimism that the Federal Reserve, they had orchestrated a soft landing for the economy and skillfully navigated its dual mandate of getting inflation down and keeping unemployment low. But that optimism has quickly evaporated as the reality of Donald Trump's aggressive economic agenda continues to strengthen expectations of a resurgence in inflation. Last week, the Federal Reserve, they kept their interest rate decision unchanged, but its economic projections certainly dominated the headlines, whipping up an explosive money-making storm. At the conclusion of its two-day policy meeting, the Federal Reserve Open Market Committee, they downgraded their collective outlook for economic growth. Additionally, officials, they hiked inflation outlook. The move suggests that central banks, they now see lower economic growth and higher inflation in 2025, a revision that has ignited concerns over stagflation, a scenario that hasn't been the case since the 1970s. Concerns over stagflation, they have come as President Donald Trump seems determined to slap tariffs on virtually anything that comes into the country, at the same time that multiple indicators, they're pointing to a pullback in activity. Stagflation is thought to be even harder for policymakers to deal with than a typical recession. Whilst the Federal Reserve, they can normally cut interest rates to boost the economy, a stagflationary economy would leave the Fed's hands tied, as higher prices would prevent policymakers from lowering borrowing costs to stimulate the growth. There are no prizes for guessing. The precious metals like gold, silver, platinum, palladium, they tend to be the big winners in inflationary environments. Almost by definition, when inflation accelerates, so do the precious metals at a red-hot pace. Interestingly, this month, Google searches for the term stagflation, they have surged by over 250%. You only have to look at the markets to realize that traders, they have already begun pricing in the dual threat of a resurgence in inflation and slower growth by dumping high-risk assets such as equities, the US dollar, and cryptocurrencies, and in return piling into gold at one of the fastest paces seen since the global financial crisis in 2008. At the beginning of the year, analysts at the Gold and Silver Club officially dubbed 2025 the year of gold, and now we're seeing exactly why. Fast forward to the present day, it's fair to say that gold is not just having a great year, it is having an incredible year as the world's favorite precious metal continues to break out to record highs. Since President Donald Trump's inauguration in January, gold prices, they've been on a parabolic run, climbing by more than $350 per ounce within the president's first 50 days back in office, to score new all-time record highs not once, not twice, but on 19 separate occasions in 2025. Gold has outperformed every other major asset class since President Donald Trump's inauguration, including Wall Street's benchmark S&P 500, the Magnificent Seven stocks, and Bitcoin. Capital rotation from high-risk assets to gold, it is gaining unstoppable momentum, which cannot be underplayed. Perhaps the most telltale sign showing the demand is only going to get stronger from here is the strength that we've seen in the global market capitalization of gold, which has now exceeded $20 trillion for the first time ever. This unstoppable momentum, it is guaranteed to provide rocket fuel for gold's bull market in the years to come. Last week, gold prices, they skyrocketed to all new record highs of $3,057 per ounce. The yellow metal is now up 20% since the beginning of the year, but even more remarkably, gold prices, they have now chalked up a whopping gain of more than 57% from this time last year. Gold's record-breaking run since President Donald Trump's inauguration, that has been nothing short of impressive. Never before in history have we seen the precious metal score multiple all-time record highs in such a short period of time. As gold prices continue their unstoppable run higher, scaling to new all-time record highs for a fifth consecutive quarter in a row, conclusive evidence that shows that we're in the early stages of a new historic supercycle for gold. Gold is not the only precious metal delivering exponential returns right now. Silver has been on a huge run over the past year, rallying from just under $20 per ounce to rocket above $34 an ounce, hitting its highest level in 12 years. Now silver's stealth bull run has come out of hiding. There's no denying that the precious metal, it is capturing the world's attention like never before. The last time silver prices broke above $34 an ounce, the precious metal went on to trade to $50 an ounce the very same year. If this is a leading barometer for predicting the future performance of silver prices, this ultimately means one thing: silver prices, they're heading much higher from here. Whichever way you look at it, one thing is clear: the case for precious metals in a well-diversified portfolio, it has never been more obvious than it is right now. Any substantial pullback should be viewed as a buying opportunity because prices won't stay low for long. A number of the world's largest commodity trading firms, they have declared making multi-billions of dollars in profit from commodities, and we're still only in the first quarter of 2025. In fact, with everything that is currently happening on the global macro front, 2025, it is officially on track to be one of the gold and silver club's biggest and most profitable years in our 15-year history. Our clients have already made in excess of 6, 7, and 8-figure returns this year, and we're only in March. Extraordinary times. They do create extraordinary opportunities. Right now, as traders, we are living in some of the most exciting and rewarding times ever in history. It's times like these, they make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. Whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. Right now, you have an opportunity to make 2025 your biggest and best yet, which, based on our research, it is going to be another blockbuster year due to all the current macroeconomic events that are unfolding. Definitely do not underestimate what you can achieve in the next 3, 6, or even 12 months from now. Here at the Gold and Silver Club, we're consistently banking over 10,000 points profit per month, which we have transparently documented through our weekly videos. If you're trading at one lot, that's $100,000. If you're trading at 10 lots, that's $1 million. As you can see from our testimonials, the majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They have already made in excess of 6, 7, 8-figure returns, and we're not even a quarter of the way through the year. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading opportunities so far this year, but you still want to make 2025 your best ever, go to jointhegoldandsilverclub.com now. The link is also below this report in the description to learn how our mentorship program can take your trading to the next level. Investing in yourself, it is the best investment you will ever make. Make investing in yourself a priority because nobody else is going to do that for you. So with that, let's go over to the charts. We'll talk you through exactly what we're looking at here as we go into a new week. So firstly, let's just start off with the energies. Crude oil breaking out, heating oil breaking out, gasoline breaking out, Brent crude oil breaking out. What did we mention on last week's week ahead commodity report? The energies are the one to watch. We are expecting a ramp up between now through to the end of March and right into April, and any dips lower would be a massive buy opportunity. So I hope many of you were able to capitalize last week when we had another retest back down towards 66 US dollars per barrel. Of course, we've maximized the opportunity here with oil. It's our largest position right now. We have continued to stack here on retest back down towards 67, 66, 68, and we continue to look at opportunities here to start scaling out a profit. In fact, we'll start banking a little bit of profit at the start of the week here if we do get a break above 69 US dollars per barrel. We've fully maxed it with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club, building out our position on crude oil on this sell-off back down towards the swing lows. Now, there's a few points to be aware of at the moment. We've seen hedge funds and money managers, they've been max short this market. So they're starting to get squeezed out that position. As mentioned before, sentiment for this market was absolutely terrible. Most traders were looking at more downside for the energies here. However, this is exactly what we have been fading in the market and building into our position over the month of March. As discussed with you previously, all of these sell-offs are massive buy opportunity. 66 US dollars per barrel last week to 67 was another great opportunity for you to top up the position last week. So now let's see if we can get some momentum behind this trader over the course of this week as we move into the month of April, which historically is another strong month here for the energy. So I would be looking for another move back towards the price swing highs here in order just to continue to scale out of further profit on the energies here on WTI crude oil. You've got the same price structure at the moment on Brent, on gasoline, and also on heating oil. So well done to everybody who's absolutely crushed it. Now, as mentioned the previous week, we've taken the opportunity here to bank a windfall amount of profit on our gold trade when it hit 3,000 US dollars per ounce. Automatic take profit, banking 10,000 points profit on one of our gold core positions here, which was absolutely immense. One of the best trades in history at the Gold and Silver Club, with gold prices going up more than 50% over the last 12 months. It was an immense move. So many of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club absolutely crushed it. Could not be happier. Alongside that, we also banked the silver trade here at 33 US dollars per ounce, locking in 1,000 points profit on this trade. We banked all but one trade on platinum before it actually tanked over the last week here. So we took the opportunity on the breakout above 1,000 US dollars per ounce on platinum here to lock in further profit, banking every trade apart from one in the portfolio. Very simply, platinum in fact is back under pressure here. I would be very interested on revisits back down towards the February lows and also the January lows to reload this trade. Same situation with palladium. If palladium was to come back down, retest the lows here from February or even December and January here, very interested to reload this position as well. As discussed previously, we're not going to get complacent on this breakout to all new record highs for gold. We're going to lock in further profits. We've done the same on silver, we've done the same on palladium, we've done the same on platinum, and very simply, we're now riding the energies up here as we continue to kick off the week with oil prices up almost 1%. And of course, whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. If you want to maximize your money-making potential and thrive, not just survive in these fast-moving markets, then you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions. Most importantly, utilize a professional, research-driven, and artificial intelligence-powered approach. One of the biggest obstacles that holds back 99% of retail traders from achieving their desired success is not having access to the correct professional strategies, institutional level data, cutting-edge artificial intelligence insights to make confident decisions with accuracy and precision. There is a huge gap between the top 1% of professional traders and the bottom 99% of misguided retail traders who simply rely on outdated technical analysis, gimmicky technical indicators that do not work in these markets. If you want to get yourself out of that bottom 99% into the top 1% who are actually crushing it and making 6, 7, 8-figure returns in these markets right now, then you need to utilize a professional, artificial intelligence driven approach, or you'll just end up wasting lots of time, lots of money and effort. You'll have no results to show for all of your hard work. In these rapidly changing markets, you need to be constantly innovating and evolving. Technical analysis, outdated technical indicators, they won't work. Those days, they're long gone. If that's all you're relying on, the odds are already stacked up massively against you. If you want to change your results, you have to change your thinking. If you want to learn our exclusive, data-driven and artificial intelligence-powered approach that is never taught to retail traders, only reserved for professional traders in the banks, hedge funds, with access to powerful game-changing insights, including where the banks and hedge funds, where they're buying and selling in real time. Further combine that with the key liquidity zones so you can enter and exit the markets with pinpoint precision. Combine that with the fundamentals, the macroeconomics, the capital flows, the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly real-time data-driven cycles and intermarket correlations. Then you need to join our mentorship program. Right now, we're in one of the greatest eras of wealth creation that we have seen. If you want to successfully capitalize on these huge money-making opportunities, build significant, life-changing wealth, there is no better time than now. If you want to upgrade your income, you have to upgrade your skills. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next 3, 6, or even 12 months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time, it is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want to join our community of successful traders, take your trading to the next level, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private members academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description. Just click on the link, make an application. We will get in touch ASAP.